Halo, selamat siang semuanya. Hai, selamat siang Acilas, Adit. Tes-tes kedengeran suaranya.
Kedengeran kok.
Kedengeran ya. Oke, kita mulai aja ya, sebentar. Acilas dan Adit, apa kabar?
Baik,
Kabar baik ya. Udah sarapan?
udah
Udah sarapan sama apa tadi?
sama mie rebus.
Mie rebus, mantap. Acilas, sarapan sama apa? Mie juga. Oh, mantap. Samaan ini. Jangan-jangan serumah nih Acilas sama Adit ya.
Enggak dong.
Azam udah sarapan belum? Enggak. Oke, kita mulai aja ya untuk kelas kita hari ini. Jadi hari ini, seperti yang sudah diinfokan di grup ya, ternyata mendadak Kak Devika-nya nggak bisa mengajar. Jadi hari ini akan Kak Daud ganti. Untuk kelasnya sama Kak Daud dulu. Jadi nanti kalau ada pertanyaan bisa langsung tanya ke Kak Daud aja. Ya. eh oke, sip. Kita akan lanjutin aja pelajaran dari yang minggu lalu ya. Ada yang masih ingat nggak belajar apa minggu lalu?
Buat koin bukan?
Betul, kita belajar bikin koin ya. Jadi minggu lalu kita belajar bikin koin. Hari ini kita akan belajar tentang Robux Store. Ya. Buat leaderboard, pintar. Ada coba absen dulu ya. Selamat siang, berarti siapa yang belum join? Jovan, Acila sudah ya. Alfati Saka, belum. Terus Alifa Fatimah Zahra Keisha, belum ya. Kemudian Akila belum. Kemudian Nazifa Dharma Putra Azam, udah. Fawazadinata Adib, udah. Jason udah, Ryan belum ya, Uno belum. Oke, sip, kita akan mulai saja ya untuk kelas kita hari ini. Jadi kelasnya itu akan melanjutkan dari yang minggu lalu dan betul minggu lalu kita belajar leaderboard sama koin ya. Hari ini kita akan belajar tentang yang namanya Robux Store. Oke? Nah, Robux Store itu apa? Ada yang masih ingat nggak apa itu Robux Store? Kayaknya kalian udah pernah ngerjain Robux Store di modul sebelumnya. Hari ini kita akan ada lagi. Ada yang masih ingat apa itu? Nggak tahu. Oke. Robux Store itu jadi kalian nanti akan punya ini ya, Robux ya untuk membeli beberapa jenis project yang nanti kita akan buat bareng-bareng. Oke. Nah, jadi nanti kita apa sederhananya akan membuat beberapa jenis project ya untuk hari ini. Nah, hari ini kita akan belajar yang namanya Robux Store. Jadi Robux ada yang pernah pakai Robux atau yang pernah beli malah. Ada yang pernah beli Robux? Aku oke. Nah, jadi nanti kita akan buat ya yang namanya Robux Store itu untuk beberapa project yang nanti akan dibuat ya. Contohnya kayak gimana? Contoh nanti kalian nanti akan coba menjawab dulu beberapa pertanyaan juga ya. Ntar kita akan membuat project-project seperti ini. Pertama nanti ada air mati, kedua nanti ada air hidup. Jadi kalau kita menyentuh air matinya, ya darahnya kita akan berkurang, sedangkan kalau air hidup, darahnya kita akan bertambah. Ya. Nah, berikutnya nanti kita juga akan membuat yang namanya tongkat sihir. Ya, kalian akan membuat tongkat sihir, di mana nanti kalian bisa lompat dan spawn sebuah blok. Oke? Nah, kayak gitu ya. Sip, itu aja sih. Jadi nanti kita buat proyeknya langsung satu persatu ya. Ada pertanyaan dulu?
Belum.
Belum ya? Oke, kalau belum ada, kita langsung buka aja Algonovanya. Dan kita langsung ke nomor nih ya. Kalian buka yang nomor 29 November ini ya. Kemudian ke bagaimana caranya. Dibuat dulu jadi hijau ya. Dibuat jadi hijau, caranya kalian tinggal klik aja. Dan kalau udah dibuka langsung ke nomor satu ya. Nah, silakan dijawab. Nomor satu jawabannya ada tiga ya. Nanti dijawab sampai nomor 7. Oke? Ada pertanyaan dulu sebelum kalian share screen?
Belum.
Belum ya? Oke, kalau belum ada, silakan langsung kalian share screen aja untuk kerjain latihan nomor 20. Ya, nih linknya Algonova ada di chat Zoom. Silakan langsung share screen. Yuk, di share screen. Hai Keisha, selamat siang. Nomor satu jawabannya ada tiga ya. Jangan dipilih yang ini Azam. Yang lain mana share screen-nya?
Mister, ini soal nomor 2. Jawabannya
Mm-mm.
satu atau beberapa?
Nomor dua satu. Nomor 5 jawabannya ada dua ya. Nomor 5 jawabannya ada dua. Untuk ngebikin NPC pakai 6 sama 15. 6 sama 15 azab. 6 sama 15. Nah, nomor 3 apa, Mister? Di share screen yuk. Mana Adit? Nomor 7 jawabannya ada dua ya. Betul itu, Azam, pintar. Mana Adit share screen-nya?
Iya.
Halo Bilal, selamat siang. Hmm, ini ya, kalau wings kan berarti body. Udah gitu dong, jawab.
Makasih, Mister.
Kayak, ya yang lain mana share screen-nya dibuka dulu nomor 20-nya ya. Itu diklik Azam. Nomor 4-nya diklik. Tadi Azam dibuka. Oh kan, 20. 20 bagian 4. Oh, udah semua ya? Oke, ya udah tungguin ya. Keisha, yang ini jangan dipilih Keisha. Sisanya dipilih ya. Nah ya di share screen. Hmm, yang baru join tadi siapa ya? Bilal ya. Bilal tolong share screen. Hmm,
Iya.
Sudah? Nomor tiga, kalau lima apa, Mister? Mana, Adit? Lima itu, lima yang 6 sama 15 ya. Tujuh itu text label sama frame doang. Yang udah boleh buka Roblox studionya ya. Silakan. Sudah? Yuk kalau sudah buka Roblox studionya ya. Nah, kalau udah dibuka, kita mulai dengan base plate ya di Roblox studionya, Roblox studionya ya. Silakan diklik Roblox studionya lalu buka base plate. Nah, boleh diklik. Ya, sudah? Semuanya udah dibuka Roblox studionya?
Udah, Mister.
Baik, udah ya. Sudah semua? Oke, kalau sudah semua, kita akan pertama membuat air mati dan juga air hidup ya. Jadi kalau kita menyentuh air mati, maka player kita akan berkurang darahnya ya. Sedangkan kalau yang air hidup, maka dia akan bertambah darahnya. Ya, sebentar ya. Oke. Nah, langkah pertama yang perlu kita buat adalah kalian coba tambahkan dulu bola sama silinder ya. Kalian tambahin sphere dan juga silinder ke atasnya. Nah, gini ya. Ini bisa dikecilin, silakan. Nah, kayak gini ya. Oke. Nah, kalau sudah, kita tinggal buat aja pertama, misalnya ini diganti warnanya jadi merah ya. Yang atasnya merah tua. Lalu kita tinggal ganti namanya adalah jadi trap ya. Jadi trap untuk yang bola kalian ganti namanya jadi trap. Nah, silakan dibuat dahulu. Itu ya, namanya jadi trap. TRAP. Nah, warnanya bebas, nggak bebas, boleh. Udah?
Udah, Mister.
Yang lain udah? Kayak Adip udah ya. Yang lain? Oke. Kalau sudah, kita langsung buat aja ya. Mister itu Mister makan apa? Oreo. Sambil nyemil ya. Tadi habis makan yang pedes. Nah, sekarang masukin berarti yang partnya ke dalam trap. Oke. Kemudian kita tambahin sparkles di trapnya. Tambahin sparkles. Nah, ya. Nah, lalu di trapnya kalian tambahin script. Nah, scriptnya seperti apa? Scriptnya ini ya, Kak kirimin di chat Zoom. Nanti ketika kalian menyentuh eh, bola dan menyentuh bolanya aja sih. Jangan lupa di anchor ya. Menyentuh bolanya maka darahnya kalian akan berkurang. Gitu. Oke? Nah, gini ya.
Buat
Sip.
ini, Mister.
Ya, kenapa Adip?
Udah boleh dibuat.
Apa?
Udah boleh dibuat itu.
Udah boleh dibuat. Tuh, skripnya ada di chat Zoom ya. Boleh di copy dari chat Zoom aja.
Udah, Mister.
Udah, coba disentuh. Dia mengurangi darah nggak?
Ngurang.
Mengurangi oke, sip.
Mister,
Ya,
itu Jason nanya tuh.
apa?
Jason nanya.
Pak ini kerjaan apa? Ini kerjaan ini Roblox Studio. Silakan Jason dibuka ya. Oke, udah semua. Udah ya. Kalau sudah, kita langsung buat aja bagian berikutnya. Ada bola sama ada silinder lagi ya. Untuk air hidupnya. Jadi kalian bisa langsung bikin lagi sphere. Lalu tambah lagi silindernya ya di atasnya. Nah, terus kalian ganti aja yang satunya lagi warnanya hijau tua ya.
Mister, itu
Dan
emang
kita kasih
seperti
di sini namanya adalah eh kita ganti namanya menjadi ya. Kita ganti namanya jadi live ya. Ganti namanya jadi live yang bola. Lalu kalian pindahin lagi ya partnya yang di atas tadi ke dalam live dan tambahin sparkles kembali di live-nya. Oke, keduanya di anchor ya, jangan lupa. Habis itu kita tinggal bikin scriptnya di live tambahin script dan kita tinggal tambahkan script yang ada di chat Zoom ya. Nanti
Mister.
kalau di play nanti yang ini menambahkan darah ya. Ini kan mengurangi darah tuh. Ini bertambah darah. Oke, sip. Ini
Mister,
scriptnya silakan boleh dipakai dari chat Zoom.
Mister,
Ya, kenapa?
itu emang kecilnya harus segitu.
Hah?
Itu yang live-nya kecilnya emang harus segitu.
Kecilnya apa-apa yang kecil?
Yang warna hijau tua itu.
Enggak sih, bebas.
Oke. Kak, maaf terlambat.
Ya, halo, selamat siang. Mas, ini layar kenapa begini? Apanya? Kenapa begini? Sudah semua?
Udah. Kak, aku baru
Ya,
masuk nih.
ya
Kak,
nggak apa
tadi
aja
aku
valid.
buat.
Ya, nanti buat yang berikutnya aja. Yang ini nggak usah ikutan. Nggak apa-apa.
Oke.
Langsung dibuka Roblox studionya dulu ya. Udah semua? Sip, kalau udah bisa kita langsung lanjut ke bagian berikutnya ya untuk bikin tongkat sihir. eh Kalau misalnya tadi kayak Jovelyn baru join, gak apa, langsung diikutin aja ya untuk yang ini. Dilihat layarnya. Udah kebuka belum Jovelyn Roblox Studionya?
Kak, belum kebuka sih. Dia minta username sama password. Aku udah bikin betul, tapi dia nggak mau.
Hmm. Besar layarku kok mengecil. Kenapa mengecil? Diperbesar lagi. Passwordnya nggak mau tuh gimana maksudnya Jovelyn?
Apa ini? Aku share screen ya.
Lah, oh
Terus
akunnya
dia
kamu tahu nggak? Iya.
tahu aku udah isi, tapi dia nggak
Nah,
mau.
coba isi lagi.
Nggak mau. Lagi.
Passwordnya salah itu, bener gak? Itu es krim loh. Es krim apa es krim?
Betul. Oh, tidak, tidak.
Es krim atau es krim? Itu es krim.
Iya, Kak. Aku tulis es krim.
Gimana dong? Kamu ada akun lain nggak?
Berarti ada sih, tapi di handphone.
Ya nggak apa-apa. Kalau kamu tahu akunnya, login aja langsung. Udah, ya yang lain udah bisa. Sip, kalau udah bisa kita lanjut ya. Langkah pertama apa yang perlu kita buat? Berarti kita bikin dulu ya. Di sini ada bola ya. Ada sphere. Kemudian kalian tambahin lagi ada blok ya. Lalu ada silinder ya. Nah, bikin lagi silinder. Ya, bentuknya kayak gini silakan. Ntar kita tinggal apa? Puterin ya silindernya.
Udah boleh dibuat, Mister?
Belum. Nah, udah kayak gini ya. Silakan boleh dibuat. Bikin dua silinder, satu blok, satu bola ya. Yuk,
Kak, itu warnanya boleh ganti? Atau warna
boleh.
hijau aja?
Sudah?
Kak, dikit lagi.
Oke. Sama bisa karetnya. Cocok. Kecil, kurang kecil. Dipotong aja. Eh, Potong aja kalau kegedean di pinggirnya. Gitu sih. Kalau tadi ada yang lebih kecil tapi nanti mau. Kalau itu kan gede ya, gede sama. Banyak pengambil yang lebih beda nih. Udah? Tuh. Diangker, Mister, jangan diangker ya. Nggak boleh diangker. Kayak kalau sudah, kita langsung bikin dulu. Pertama adalah ganti namanya dulu ya. Jadi untuk yang bola itu kita ganti namanya jadi top sphere. Top sphere. Terus kalau lebih kecil bisa. Terus kalau udah top sphere kita kasih namanya top brick ya, yang balok. Yang ganti namanya jadi top brick. Jadi top brick. Kemudian kalau misalnya sudah sphere sama bricknya, kita tinggal buat stick sama handle ya. Yang di tengah ini ganti namanya jadi stick. Oke? Ya, dikasih nama stick. Semuanya huruf gede ya di awalnya. Terus yang paling bawah silindernya itu jadi handle. Di rename lagi, diganti namanya jadi handle. Nah, ini boleh dipakai dari chat Zoom, silakan. Lalu, udah kita tambahin tool di workspace. Ya, di workspace kalian tambahin klik tombol plus tool. Lalu pindahin ke empat objeknya tadi ya, tadi empat partnya. Dimasukin ke dalam tool. Oke? Jadi masuk ke dalam tool ya. Silakan. Yang kotak namanya apa? Top brick.
Udah, Mister.
Udah? Oke, kalau sudah, kita lanjutin lagi ke bagian berikutnya ya. Nah, bagian berikutnya kita coba menambahkan di handle ini ya. Kalian klik tombol plus, lalu tambahin weld constraint ya. Nah, nanti ada weld constraint. Kalian klik yang part 0 ke handle. Part 0-nya diklik ya tuh, lalu ke handle. Lalu yang part 1 klik sticknya. Ini untuk menghubungkannya. Ya, kayak gitu ya di properties. Cari di properties ada part 0 sama part 1. Coba silakan. Sudah? Bisa? Part 0 dan part satunya udah dirubah?
Bentar, Mister.
Baik.
Kak,
Ya,
kok propertinya mana?
propertinya ada di atas.
Oh iya, oke,
Yang
makasih.
part nolnya isi apa, Mister?
Hah?
Enggak.
Kok gini?
Apanya yang gini?
Itu.
Ini kurang kurang dorong padahal namanya. Ya kan makin dan ini ya. Kamu tahu. Sudah?
Udah.
Belum.
Kalau tidur makanya. Ini gimana Mister kok nggak bisa ketik di part 0 sama part satunya? Emang nggak bisa diketik, itu kan dipilih. Kamu klik di propertiesnya. Itu ada handle, langsung klik yang handle. Lalu part satunya klik yang stick. Nggak diketik, siapa yang suruh pilih ketik? Oke, kalau udah sticknya tambahin lagi weld constraint ya. Lalu lakukan hal yang sama. Berarti part 0-nya stick, part satunya top break. Nah, dari top break juga tambahin weld constraint lagi. Berarti part 0-nya adalah top break, part satunya adalah top spin. Oke, coba dibuat. Nih, jadi udah terhubung semua ya.
and you teach a wildly popular and award-winning Harvard Business School course. It is called Talk. How to Talk Gooder in Business. And I'm not that good with what dyslexic, but I know that Gooder is really not the right word, but I have a feeling it's good. You call it How to Talk Gooder in Business.
I have to tell you, getting that course title approved by the powers that be at Harvard is one of the greatest accomplishments of their professional life. It's sitting next to so many serious courses like Harvard, America, today's age. It was intentional. It has a few different meanings. Of course, it's grammatically incorrect, which drives some people up the wall. But there's two meanings. A huge part of the course is about balancing gravity and brevity. And so I really wanted to signal that in the course title. We're going to take conversation, we're going to take our work very seriously, but in order to do that, we need to also have fun. We have to have fun together. We have to think we're not going to have fun. But gooder also, it's really rooted in those word good. We're going to work towards the goal of kindness. One of the
So I want to hear the story behind what we wanted to even create this course. If you really think about it, you've got Harvard Business School, 11% acceptance rate. Are the people going to Harvard Business School already going to take it?
no, this is what everybody thinks. And anyway, again, in a way, no. When I was originally recruited to be on the faculty at Harvard, I was recruited to teach a course on negotiation.
And by the way, the negotiation course at Harvard is like,
Yeah, some of my colleagues were sort of the founders of this framework that is now taught at every business school and every law school. It's really incredible.
why were they recruiting? What were you doing at the time? We got to have Professor Brooks here.
Well, I went to grad school. I went to grad school at a business school at Wharton in Philadelphia. They were obsessed with people and figuring us all out. And I'm like,
One of the first things that I said was,
Ya,
so I think higher salary.
sudah?
Ya,
Starting to realize that but we have to talk to people.
So that seems like a different way. Yeah. And many at Harvard are actually already quite strategic. So some of the lessons that we're teaching them in negotiation are pretty intuitive. We're taking strategic people and like teaching them to be like, whoa. I think really it might be how do you teach them to be more engaging, fun and funny and interesting and dynamic and
It's really what happens. You don't have enough
Yang stick apa? Apanya ya? Yang stick berarti ke stick sama ke top brick.
Professor Burke, how do you to the takeaways from this class and all of the research done?
Sudah? Nah, kemudian di toolnya kalian tambahin script ya. Toolnya tambahin script. Scriptnya seperti apa? Ini ya scriptnya. Nah, ntar kalau di play, oh ya. Ini kalau misalnya kegedean bisa dikecilin ya. Ini kayaknya kegedean deh.
Wow, so to
Pakai scale ya untuk kecilinnya. Nah, ya
Kerjain
berhasil ya.
ini,
Tuh,
Mister.
kan?
Udah boleh dikerjain.
Ini scriptnya ya, boleh dipakai dari chat Zoom.
Yeah, self-centered, we're self-focused. Our brains are built for survival. Focused on what is my perspective, how can I stave off dangers and fears and stay alive, create my own life, protect my family. And ego-centered, that self-focus is good for survival back when we were hunters and gatherers. But in today's day and age, it also holds us back from everything.
Mana skripnya, Mister?
Yes, you're self-centered.
Iya, belum kau kirimin di chat Zoom ya? Ini scriptnya nih. Tuh ya.
Let's see. You probably already started. I recently read research that shows that every generation is getting worse at communicating. Do you think that's true?
I don't know. I don't think every generation.
Jadi kak.
I think two or more people. I can't. So the game of chicken, example, where there's sort of versus each other, and you can choose whether you're right. People have to choose that popular.
Ntar ya, kalau kamar mandi dulu ya.
Mister, Udah berhasil, Mister.
Udah berhasil?
Udah.
Yang lain bisa?
And so you've taken a decade of research.
Mister, kalau udah,
Udah? Oke, udah bisa belum? Kalau udah bisa, udah boleh pakai toolbox ya. Udah beres sih Robux Store. Yang baru join tadi buka Algonova dulu aja, silakan ya.
oke Kak.
Silakan.
Entire semester at Harvard Business School to unpack the four-part framework, but today, Professor Brooks, you are going to teach us
Kak, boleh
Udah, Mister.
tolong kirimin link Algonovanya nggak?
Boleh.
Kalau udah, Mister.
Pakai toolbox Aldi. Udah selesai.
Toolboxnya toolbox apa?
Bebas saja, kreasi kamu.
Oke.
Talked about topic. For our
Itu ya, Jeff Allen udah dari chat Zoom, silakan.
so helpful practice that ability to steer topics while we're talking to each other.
But don't you have to be really good at communicating in order to steer the topics? You do not know.
You just have to know that it's happening. And so I think often when we say like what topic you're going to talk about, people think about the opening topic.
Like, well, let's kind of set the scene. How would you use this topic, part of the four-part framework, to, let's say you're going out on a date, okay? How do you use topic to help you be a better
Anyone who's going out on a date is already thinking about what they're going to wear, how they're going to do their hair, what makeup they're going to put on, what restaurant they're going to eat at, what activity they're going to do. Yeah. Do all of the prep work ahead of time. Only 10% of people think about what they're going to talk about once they get there. You're spending so much time showering and getting dressed and making the reservation at the restaurant. At the same time, you should be thinking about what are some fun for us to talk about once we're together. The top of prep. That's step number one. Think ahead.
Wow. And you could do that great. You could do that if you're getting together with family. So if you're tired of the same old with your family, like think about interesting things that you could talk about or questions to ask. How do you even teach yourself to be good at topic prep that you've never even thought about? You're doing it. What do you mean?
So a lot of people are very averse to topic prep, especially when people they know well. Like they shouldn't need to plan a topic for someone that they're very close to. They'll just know what to talk about once they're together.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, it's normal. A lot of people feel that way.
Which is why we didn't go, how are your kids? And how was work? And what's
So
going
it's
on?
weather. Let's talk about the appetizer in front of us on the table. We tend to grab things that are right there in our environment that are easy to talk about. Okay, it's the right thing to talk about. It's not the most fun thing to talk about. A little bit of forethought. We have research on this. Studied people ask to even spend 30 seconds ahead of a conversation, brainstorming possible topics that they can talk about. Then we let them go and have their conversation. Versus people just walk in and have the conversation like 30 seconds. Even if they don't
Mister kok ini nggak bisa mencet apa-apa, kok dipencet kan dideketin nanti kan otomatis Mister ini nggak bisa pencet apa-apa di Roblox Studio. Kenapa? Roblox Studionya kenapa?
know that or you need to switch, but you don't know where to go.
Yes.
That doesn't happen anymore. You've got options like in your back pocket, in your mind. Flag, I need to remember to ask about their kids.
Nggak tahu. Ya udah tungguin dulu aja.
Always got an option, a backup plan for the panic moment. Turns out it makes the conversation much more enjoyable as well. You have to switch topics a little more frequently. You're more likely to land on the right
Kak,
Ya,
ini toolboxku ketutup. Aku lupa toolboxnya di mana.
About this idea of I gotta come with topics. What is the best way to
hah?
you become good?
Toolboxku ketutup. Aku lupa munculin toolboxnya di mana.
Mana share screen?
might be the greatest art tools that you've ever added to your arsenal of introvert in your life. Because so much of why introverts feel panicked once they're in social situations is that they don't know what to say. They don't really want to approach.
Ini toolbox nih.
Having some topics perhaps
Mana Natas?
Once you experience the magic of topic prep in action, you're like, wow, I should have increased my life. For the most part, you know who you're going to see. You might know specific people, whether it's your kids and your spouse, and then this set of colleagues. Knowing who you're going to see.
Nemo tunjukin, Nemo masih tunjukin.
Okay, so we're going through the day. You wake up, you see your kids before they go. You can think about ahead of time, what are each of my kids doing today? What are their pain points? What are they probably feeling excited about? What are they nervous about? What's going on in their life? Do they have band? Instead of just being like, remember your trumpet, you could be like, you know, how is band? When you're in band, what are you looking forward to about it? Right? Like, get that. It's going to be so much more interesting than just like, don't forget your trumpet and then rush out the door. Then you get to work and your colleague who's kind of quiet. What's the topic that you could bring up? Anything. I mean, it depends on the colleague, right? Let's imagine that it's a colleague that you love and you're thinking about their life. They just had a new child. Let me ask you how that's going. You know, having a new child is a traumatic thing. How's it going? Are you changing so many diapers? Whatever. They had a big presentation last week. How did it go? What was about it? What was hard? Anything I can help you with on it? Now, give me one for my mom and dad because I had the same conversation with them over and over. How'd it go? What'd you do? How'd it go? What are you doing tonight? You know what? So my sister just did like for my parents. She actually ChatGPT to ask what's a topic. How do you do that? So she typed it to ChatGPT. She was like, "What do you think people who live in upstate New York in their 70s with 9 grandchildren? What are the types of questions that they want me to ask them?" What? Yeah, because you know the internet knows that demographic better than we as individuals know that demographic. I can literally hear the person listening tap 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 about everyone in your life. You can use it to prep the topic. You could even say, ChatGPT, what do you think the colleague who doesn't really like me because of this reason, and we got in an argument once about this thing, and now they're mad at me. What would they want me to do? What would they want to talk about with me? Yeah, really smart. She consider teaching class. What is the second part of the talk framework? Yeah, so A is for asking. Okay. Yeah, asking more questions, ask better questions. Now you're making me mad because I don't know if my question's going to be better. What's a better question? You're a really great question answer. I mean, look, you prep topics and you're asking so many questions. We're already off to a great start now. So what's so funny is a pattern that you might pick up on here is that every conversation, once you're in it, it's very overwhelming. There's tons of choices. You're trying to listen to what the other person is saying. You're trying to process it. You're trying to do this tiny creativity task of how do I come up with something interesting to get back to them. That's really hard on your brain. That's a lot of cognitive effort. So anything you can do ahead of the conversation, like topic prep, is helpful. And any sort of trick that you can have during the conversation can also be helpful. That's why asking questions is such a superpower. You don't need to have prepped it ahead of time. All you need to do is listen to what your partner is saying. Well, how can asking better questions or asking more questions make connections and make you better? Our inability to understand other people's perspectives is a barrier to conflict. Connection. The antidote to that, it is a direct pathway to get what's in your head out of your head and share it with me. In my class, we do an exercise called memorizing follow-up questions. I should feel like we've got this. Yes. Do you want to try it? Yes. Okay. I'll ask questions and you answer, and then maybe switch with it. Okay. Okay. What's the other breakfast? It's protein powder and honey and 2 lemons that you squeeze and then some water and then whip it up and then slurp it down. That sounds so healthy. If you have your dream breakfast, would it be the protein smoothie? What would be in your dream breakfast? It depends on the day. I'm a very kind of not a picky swallower. I haven't had a person that I taste on my food. So some mornings drink breakfast would be scrambled eggs, avocado, kimchi. Another day it might be sweet,
Another day it might be something else. Things.
Do you like variety? Where do you think like need for variety comes from every day? Why would you be happy having the same thing every
I
day?
gotta share how I feel.
Tell me how you're doing it. Tell me how it's going.
It's amazing because I can tell you're really interested.
Yeah.
So as every question you ask, I'm like, oh, she's really interested. When I ever, oh, my breakfast is very interesting. And so you're demonstrating that saying, in order to be interesting, be interested in somebody else.
Exactly. And we both know, we have this common knowledge that I'm doing this very extreme thing. I'm asking a follow-up question every time I talk to them.
Yes.
That sounds so extreme. That sounds like a lot of questions. And it also, some of my students are like, this is manipulative. If you know that that's what you're going to do, doesn't that undermine our authenticity? Is the other person going to actually feel like their breath there? So, right, even if you know that's what you're doing, I don't care. I really want to hear about your breakfast and your habits and what you like. It's just a nudge to do it a little bit better.
What if you get really good at asking questions and you notice most people you talk to never ask a question about you?
Listen, we've all been on that date, Mel. We've all been on a date when we call me zero questions, zero questioners. My hope and what I want to say to people listening is don't leave a conversation having asked a question.
But what if you want to put it to somebody else? And then it's like crickets.
Yeah, well, as in all things in life, you don't have control over what other people do in the conversation. Reflecting about what you do have control over, like, okay, well, let's try and shift to a new topic that maybe they're likely to ask me. Maybe we shift to something where you have some expertise. They know you have expertise, so they should ask you that you would have ask you questions.
So you shouldn't like say something insulting back, or there's no backhanded compliment that you're teaching at our school to say to somebody. I know, but it's kind of a joke. But
Yeah, but it's really annoying. It's really annoying.
I guess you're just saying, make a mental note.
I mean, when you, in the context, let's go back to the context of dating. If you're on a date with somebody, they go date, two full date, three full date, not asking you much at all. That could be a legitimate reason to not date them. Why would you? Yeah.
If after 2 dates they don't ask you a single question, I mean, I think that's a gigantic red flag.
I left a date after like 20 minutes.
How did you do that?
I like took myself to the bathroom. I looked right into the mirror and I was like, this is never gonna work. I can't be with someone for the rest. You can't be with someone for the rest of your life. In 20 minutes, you feel irritated that they're not interested.
And we all want to know, Professor Brett, when you walk back with him,
I said this nice follow up. Good luck. And I left. I did text him later and I did give him feedback because I didn't say who it really was.
Oke, 3 menit lagi boleh dipublish ya, silakan. Ada pertanyaan dulu nggak?
But in that case, it just seemed like you really needed to know.
and what did he say?
Like, well, I'm sorry.
Well, at least he said something.
Exactly.
Wow.
Just a question.
But it's not that I can use your area of expertise. What do you know about those situations where you're either have a family member or you have a colleague or a boss or a friend that you actually know? Based on the research and your experience, what is the kind of interpretation of that situation?
There's a lot that holds people back from asking questions. It's not all disinterest.
Okay.
Sometimes again, the self-centeredness. There are some people who don't even think to ask questions. They're so focused on themselves and what's going on in their own mind. Share, dazzle with it. Other times, though, people realize they should be asking questions and they struggle to do it because they're afraid. They're afraid of
Gak apa-apa, Azam.
intrusive. They're
Azam kan tadi udah buat kan?
something that makes them looking competent, like they should already know the answer. And these fears are usually but those fears do.
Ya, sip. Oke.
Where is listening? We've talked about topic selection and asking questions. What about listening?
Yeah, it's funny that the framework is called talk because listening is that holds it all together. It's so very important. I know that you have attention challenges. I also have attention challenges. Turns out most humans have attention challenges. Our minds, our resting state of our mind is mind wandering. And so the demand of conversation to try and focus our
Boleh dipublish ya. Yuk, silakan dipublish to Roblox.
challenging. It takes a lot of hard work. Some people are better at it than others. But if you put in the hard work to engage with somebody, even while your mind is wandering, you should get credit for it. In our research, we've studied the ways by get credit when you so get credit if you want your partner to know that you earn them. Oh God, I feel like you're in the middle of my marriage because I can't tell you how many times I've been in a conversation with my husband and I'm doing something, so I turn my back on him and like, are you listening? And then I
Yuk. Jadi hari ini kalian sudah belajar apa?
good, and then we get to this little thing where he's like,
Kita udah belajar tentang Robux Store ya. Kalian udah tahu gimana caranya untuk membuat Robux Store. Terus kita juga tahu beberapa project yang kalian buat sendiri ya. Sip. Sebelum kelasnya ditutup, ada pertanyaan dulu.
so listening is three steps. The first step is hearing and seeing your partner. All of the cues that the person is giving you, their words, the sound of their voice, their nonverbal behaviors, everything that comes into your eyes and ears. That's the first step. Then your brain does step two, which is
Kalau nggak ada pertanyaan, kelasnya kita cukupkan. Nanti kita ketemu lagi berarti ya di kalian lanjutin lagi minggu depan ya. Minggu depan udah sama Miss Devika untuk pembelajarannya ya. Oke, itu aja untuk kelas hari ini bareng sama Kak Daud. Nanti kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan bisa langsung tanyain ke grup WhatsApp aja ya. Oke, sip. Selamat siang semuanya dan terima kasih ya. Bye.
makes it feel like you're not
Dadah. Azam,
Dah,
Bila,
Kak.
Adib, Javelin. Ya, thank you ya semuanya.
so he's sort of like, well, you're gonna put in the hard work to actually listen to me. Like, why don't turn your back on me? That makes me feel like you're not that care about me. Okay? So many techniques that focus on nonverbal cues. Eye contact, nodding, smiling, maybe someone as you're talking to them. That's all great. That's like listening, right? So don't turn your back on them. Okay, so I'm definitely not gonna pull this chair.